Okay. Okay, a little break there for a breather, and we're back with the second period of play in this game. You're watching it on January the 5th, but it was taped from the annual Lions Christmas Minor Hockey Tournament at the Westlock Arena on Monday night, December 22nd. It's a 1-0 hockey game. Westlock Falcons leading the St. Albert Merchants. Westlock having some problems here. The puck is loose. It's still loose, and finally coming up with it for Westlock. Vandergamert, there he is. Here he goes down the left wing. Clears it out in front, and oh, just failed to click. St. Albert now coming back. That's broken up at center ice. Westlock coming in close here. Over on the other side, and a quick shot by Vandergamert. It just didn't quite get enough wood on it. Winds up, and there's a shot that's just wide. Unable to hold it in on the other side. Westlock getting some opportunities here, but just not quite clicking as Grant James tried to dump that one out. With it again, Westlock coming out slowly, looking for somebody in the opening. As Westlock changes on the fly, missed him with the pass, so icing will be called. And they'll take it back into Westlock end of the ice. Played a minute and 18 seconds now of the second period, 1-0. Well, Westlock came out strong despite the fact they didn't have a lot of rest between periods.
And St. Albert had an excellent chance there to score. Billy was flopping around the ice and was able to smother. Well, he never did smother it. They finally popped out and we got it out, but it was a close call. Actually,
there was about, I think there was 18 guys there in front of the net at one point. Sure seemed like it anyway. So we're back underway. 1-0 hockey game. Westlock leading. His players are a little disorganized. There's a shot from the point, and it was stopped by Jamie Williams and sort of deflected it. And St. Albert player, I think, was so surprised to see it there, he didn't know what to do with it. There's a shot wide of the net. Curtis finally just kicks it as it comes, or hit it with his stick as it came off the backboards. St. Albert now trying to get something organized. Westlock finally breaks it up. Down the ice they come, 2-on-2. Justin Stewart just elects to dump it in, gets it back himself, and then overskated it. So it comes back out to the point. Goes between the legs. And St. Albert coming back in, and really kind of a lackluster play by Gordon Nelson, as he had a player breaking up the middle and he elected to take that extra dip. One of the toughest things I think to teach minor hockey players is to not make that move within 2 feet of the blue line, because inevitably you're going to put your teammate off or your line mate offside.
Yes, and he could have hitmaned that puck a little sooner too, back behind the red line there when he first started out, and they would have had a breakaway.
Okay, we've played 2 minutes and 3 seconds now of the second period. Westlock still leading 1-0 on a goal in the first period, actually at about a 3.5-minute mark of the first period. Larson just flipped that one between his legs, got it back, and dumps it in on the right side, or actually the left side of netminder Gray for St. Albert. They fight for it along the boards. It's poked loose. Westlock comes up with it, though. Around the right-hand side. I guess we shouldn't use that. It's the left-hand side. We always call it from the goaltender's point of view. When you're in the offensive zone, anyway. Puck is knocked off the back of number 17, David Larson. I think he turned around and said, "What was that?" Play a little bit ragged here at center ice in the second period. Both teams trying to, I think, get that big breakaway pass, and everybody's kind of overskating the puck, throwing it behind, throwing it in front. Now Westlock coming in across the line. Oh, almost a penalty. If he would have stayed down, I think it would have been. Puck bounces in behind the net. St. Albert coming out on the right side, but tied up there by Westlock's number 17, David Larson. He's fighting for it along the boards, and it finally pops loose. Quick shot. And that goes over top of the net, deflected off a stick. Larson gets it back again, dumps it back onto the point. Jamie Dayhue, a good shot, a deflection, he scores!
That was Shevsky once again.
That was Shevsky again with good deflection in front, and that was a case where that puck was a good foot and a half off the ice. And he got the blade of the stick up there and almost made it go 90 degrees the other way and beat Ian Gray, the netminder for St. Albert. So Westlock goes up in front 2-0, and for Shevsky, his second goal, he scored.
No, that was his first goal.
His first goal, sorry.
He's had 2 deflections. This one finally went in.
That comes at the 3:28 mark of the second period. almost the same point as they scored in the first period. Scored at about the 3:30 or 3:32 mark to make it 1-0. Leszewski get his first goal of this game. Westlock second of the game, and it's 2-0. Okay, Westlock back on the attack. 3-on-2. He hurries across the line, just dumps it in. 17, David Larson goes into the corner after it, flips it behind the net. Over on the other side is Hansen for St. Albert. He just cleared it off a skate out. A race back for it, and Hudson has it for Westlock. Tried the pass back on the left wing, and it was too far back into the St. Albert zone. David Ellis for St. Albert clears it out to center ice. Fight along the boards. Jamie Williams finally comes up with it in his skates, digs it off the boards. No, then he lost it. St. Albert flips it out of the center ice area, and back and forth it goes. St. Albert again, trying to get something going. Puck bounces off a leg and in behind the net as Westlock's Brent Smith-Gander clears it off the boards, goes back to St. Albert player with a backhand shot, and Curtis has it in between the legs. And boy, that was a quick squeeze and quick play.
Well, we could see that 5-hole from here, Les, and it was open, but Curtis was quick to close it when it counted. So we're still in this game.
2-0 is the score, and we've played 4 minutes and 35 seconds of the second period. Both teams making changes. You get to this age group, again, you don't have the rule where it's a minute shifts for everybody. That's in the smaller guys, right?
Yeah, they
do away with that in Pee Wee, I guess, now. They were pretty high on that particular rule for quite a while, where everybody got equal ice time. Westlock back on a 2-on-1. Oh, and a good check from behind by number 5, Darryl Park, as he poked it loose, but Westlock retains it in the St. Albert zone for a while anyway. Oh, a check given out there at center ice by Smith-Gander. I think a little bit fortunate, or that was a little bit fortunate, because, well, of course, of his height. The elbow might have gotten a little high there.
Well, I think it was his height. The other fella, he was crouched down quite a bit, so it looked like he didn't really give him an elbow, but that's where the fella ran into him. Yeah, that just sort of fit in there, I think, as he was giving him a check. So that icing call brings the face-off back to the right of Bill Curtis in the Westlock end. It's a 2-0 hockey game, Westlock leading. And they seem to have pretty well had command of this game so far. Bill Curtis has not been called on that often, but when he has, he's been strong to the task. Back comes Westlock now, in across the line. Dumped it back. A shot, they score! Norman Hennessy, a good wrist shot that caught Gray, the goaltender, by surprise, because he was actually screened by his own defenseman who was getting back to try to cover up. And I don't think he saw that shot at all. No, and it was kind of a back pass from Shesky over to Hennessy, and Henny just one-timed it, let it go, and it's in the net, you know. Didn't take the time to wind up with a big slap shot, just a quick wrist shot, and actually beat Gray right between the body and the arm, right through the armpit, so to speak, and he never even saw it. There's another chance for Westlock. Winds up a shot, and this one right into Gray, off the stick of David Larson. Now, there was a case where maybe a little bit too much wind-up that allowed Gray a chance to get ready for it. Well, again, Westlock seems to have shot the puck a lot right into Gray. He hasn't had to move too much on it. No, and there was a case there where David Larson was in the slot. All he had to do was let it go. You know, a real wind-up shot wasn't necessary, but David has a good shot, and he scores quite often. But yeah, I'm certain that Gray felt that one a little bit. Right from the face-off, St. Albert flipping it out to center. And taking his man off the puck was Smith-Gander. They scramble for it at center. St. Albert hitting his own man. They finally get it into Westlock territory. And Smith-Gander flipping it up to the left wing to Larson. Larson failed to clear it, then got it off his skate and then dumped it outside. And we got a 3-on-2 with Larson with the puck on the left wing. In across the line, winds up with a shot. And the puck's in the net. Yes, it is. That was like a knuckleball. The goaltender he thought he had it, and it just slipped down, and I guess it must have hit his pad and fell back into the net. So no, actually went through where his blocker is. He thought he had it in the crook of his arm, and it kind of dove on him, and went right between, again, just like the last goal, went between his body and his arm. And I think the Westlock guys on the other side of the net were as surprised as Gray was. They looked behind him and saw the puck in the net. That looked like a Mel Yeagas knuckleball.
All right, Westlock back on the attack. They're now in front 4-0. That goal coming at 6 minutes and 10 seconds here of the second period. They're out in front 4-0. Back on the point to Dayu and a shot. Just wide. Good hard shot, nice and low. But it failed to get on the target. St. Albert coming back out with it now. Just crosses the line, flips it on. Easy stop for Curtis. As Grant James takes the puck in behind the net. Sends it up the middle. Whoa, Dayu is nailed there by the St. Albert defenseman. He knew it was coming too at the time, but here he comes back with the puck, puts a good stop on, a wrist shot right in to Gray, a scramble for it, and finally the St. Albert defenseman able to just kind of chunk it off onto the corner. Puck at center ice now. Good play there. Back to your defenseman, get things organized. Dayu sending it back to Dayu. Back to number 12, Justin Stewart, a shot, and he just missed the far side. Back out in front. They jam away at it, and he just lost control of it as Shevsky couldn't quite get his stick on it. Going the wrong way at the time. St. Albert clearing it out. Stopping it just inside the line is Dayu. Almost had it slap back in on him, and they ruled that he could play it, so St. Albert's number 3 staying back to get it for St. Albert. No icing on the play. Clears it up the boards. It comes loose out in front. A slap shot. Fend. Oh, and it just rolled wide despite the fact he fanned on it. Netminder Gray, I don't think, saw all of that. Back out in front. It comes. A scramble for it. Trying to get it loose. And it goes in behind the net. St. Albert attempting to clear it out. Now they get it out to center ice. Cleared back in. Here's Westlock getting ready. A shot, a bouncing puck. Rebound. They score. Good heads-up play by number 11, Norman Hennessy, as he saw that puck just lying there, and he was quick to pounce on it, and he actually had to lift it up a little bit, and he got it in there for goal number 5 for the Falcons.
Well, Westlock's really been handling the puck well those last 8 minutes or so. That one there was Jay Williams' shot, the original shot, then Van de Ligament had a swipe at it, and then Hennessy
knocked it loose, actually.
Yeah, and Hennessy was able to dump it in, so that was a good effort by all 3 there.
So for Norman Hennessy, that's goal number 2 in this hockey game, and it's the 5th goal that comes at the 8-minute and 20-second mark here of the second period, as we have 11:40 to play. This play is back underway. 5-0. Westlock leading as St. Albert clears it in to Westlock territory. There's a chance that they get it out in front, poke away at it. Curtis scrambled forward, oh, it hit the goal post and rolled out front. Back comes Westlock. Gunnerwise going down the left side, trying to cut it in front. He does. He backhands one. And nobody saw the puck, I think. Whoa, heavy check, doled out along the corner, but Westlock coming back. Here's a quick shot. Didn't see the rebound. Jamie Williams for Westlock had a good shot there. Gray never even saw the rebound. But there was no Westlock player there to pick it up as there was on that 5th goal. St. Albert coming back now. And across the line, a quick shot. That was a good shot, and Curtis might have tried. I don't know whether he was surprised at it or if he just trying to do that kind of a leg save.
I think he made his leg save, and then he just lost his balance a little bit there, and he was able. There was no one near, and he was able to cover up. So.
Well, we've played 9 minutes and 10 seconds here of the second period, and it's 5-0. Westlock leading the St. Albert Merchants. This is Westlock's first game of this Lions Minor Christmas Hockey Tournament, and for the Merchants, their second game today. Although we haven't really seen any signs of this second game showing on them. Westlock coming back, cleared out in front, and a stoppage in play as the St. Albert defenseman, trying to cover up on the play, went right over top of Gray, the netminder, and ended up in the net. That was a good play on the right side by just trying to catch who that was. Justin Stewart, as he kind of lost his balance, but still made a heck of a play down on his hands and knees to shovel that puck across. 5-0. 9.5 minutes played here in the second period, leaving 10.5 in the second period. As St. Albert back on the attack. Gordon Nelson couldn't get a shot away as he was tied up. Coming into the Westlock zone. Grant James now clearing it around on the right side. And back comes Westlock as they clear their zone. Checked off the stick and wrapped back into Westlock territory. And we're going to get a penalty here, I believe, to James of Westlock. That was an elbowing or interference, I think is what he called, but that happened behind the play in any case, and Westlock will play a man short.
Well, James just kind of finished off the check there. The St. Albert player got rid of the puck, and James just carried right on straight through, and I think his elbows got up.
It was difficult for us to see Mills' call because he had his back to us, but St. Albert on the power play now. There's a slap shot. Curtis saw that one coming all the way. The rebound. He doesn't see the rebound, and it squirted loose. St. Albert holds it in. Back on the point. And Westlock finally clearing it out and down the ice. Shot right on the net as that was Shevsky clearing it. Or I should say Jamie Williams. Number 2, Smith Gander trying to hold it in, finally does after all his teammates got onside. Into the corner goes Jay Williams, sidesteps a check, comes up with the puck, clears it out in front, but nobody there, or not close enough anyway. Jamie Williams holding it in. Into the corner. And Hodgson moving it along the boards. Finally, St. Albert just cleared out to center ice. Smith Gander. Good move to get around as Jay Williams. Nice move to get away from a check there. Cuts back out in front. Looking for the backhand. Finally dumped. And we do have a slashing penalty coming to St. Albert for dumping Jay Williams. I think you could arrange it so that Jay and Jamie Williams aren't on the ice at the same time. It makes it a little difficult. Although in stature they're a little different.
And Westlock, as you can see, is dominating here once again with a man short. But
well, now they'll be even strength.
Now it'll be even strength. Yeah.
4 aside with that penalty coming up to St. Albert. We've got 8:59 to play here in the second period. That means we've played 11:01 of the second period as the draw just rolls to Gray. Now it's cleared around the boards to Smith Gander. He overskated it, and then it's a bouncing puck finally cleared off into the corner. The race for it there with Ruziak. And it cleared out in front. Smith Gander holding it in for Westlock. In behind the net, Vandermeer has it now back on the point to Dayu. He just clears it back into the corner because he couldn't get a clear shot at the net. Vandermeer clearing it out in front. A shot, they score! Norman Hennessy, his 3rd goal of the hockey game, and that's what you call a true hat trick. All 3 goals coming in 1 period, that being this second period. And it's 6-0 for Westlock. The goal coming at 11:40. That was 1-0 at the end of the first period, right? Was it? In any case, he's got all 3. He's got 3 of the last 4 goals, so it is a natural hat trick. Natural hat trick is scored all in 1 period, by the way. And Hennessy has his. That makes it 6-0 Westlock as they're back on the attack. Just not going to give up, and that's the way to be. Hennessy now cutting out in front. Lost his balance there a little bit. The puck squirts loose. Hennessy overskated it, but at the same time was checking the player. Comes back out in front, a backhand shot. Loose puck. And finally, St. Albert clear it out and get it to center ice. I think they're grateful just for the breather. Over to Hennessy, over to Shevsky. He missed it. Goes in across the line, back to Shevsky. Dumps it into the corner. Vandermeer just couldn't get his skate on it, although he takes the player out. Shevsky moves in to take it. He skated off the puck, but turns, comes back for it. Side checks or sidesteps another check. Takes it in behind the net. Gets it back on the point to Dayu. Dayu shot, a good hard shot, but just wide on the short side. Back on the point to Smith Gander, and he was a little bit off balance and fell on the play. Couldn't get good wood on the shot. Dayu now has it back in Westlock territory and clearing it up to Shevsky. That put the offside pass into effect. So they get a breather, a chance to change anyway, and a chance for you to talk and me to have a sip of coffee here.
Well, things haven't changed too much here, Les. Westlock's coming on strong now, and
it's cold.
St. St. Albert is, of course, getting frustrated, and they're starting to run at the players, and you're going to see some more penalties, I think, and they're going to be stupid penalties probably on St. Albert's part.
I think the most important thing for Westlock to do now is to hold their heads,
right,
because the one thing they don't need is a lot of silly penalties, and if St. Albert want to play that way, well, all right, there's a case where a good hard check could have turned into a penalty, but you don't need those kind of penalties. Let St. Albert take them, or the other team, in whatever case, take them if they want. So play a little scrambly. Finally, St. Albert get it and dump it down into Westlock territory. Smith-Gander back for it, wraps it off the boards. That was intended for Larson. He's fighting for it along the boards, and Smith-Gander finally gets it loose out to center. Up on the right side to Hodgson, and he couldn't quite reach it. St. Albert's number 8, Chris Findlay, couldn't do anything with it. Smith-Gander banks it off the boards. And St. Albert put it right back in. Westlock going to bring it right back out again. Larson sidestepping a check, lost the puck. St. Albert still can't control it. They seem to kind of lose a little luster when they get deep in Westlock territory. St. Albert player has the puck underneath them. That's Greg Jackson, and may have hurt himself or maybe just lost his breath there. Went down rather heavily.
Yeah. I think he fell on his arm on his stick, because he seems to be holding his arm there in a little agony. Nothing serious, I don't think.
Oh, we of course hope not. Sometimes you can take a fall like that too and just knock the wind out of you, you know.
Yeah, it seems like, you know.
Well, you wouldn't know that. I mean, you never fall. You got the cleanest pants in the league. Well, we've got 6 minutes left to play. I think that says 6. It could say 8. We're not too sure. Christmas season, you know, the lights tend to go together, kind of go all together. And we're playing straight time. I didn't realize that. The clock is
probably running a little behind, Les, so they want to just finish this off. It's 6-0, and
well, there was 6 minutes now. They've stopped it with 5:44 to play here in the second period. So they might have been adjusting the time, too. Who knows? 6-0, Westlock leading it. And the injured player is Chris Findlay, number 8 for St. Albert Merchants. And we hope it's all right. He's kind of favoring his shoulder or his arm there. Looks to be more like his shoulder. The face-off will come outside the line because it was a St. Albert player that stopped the play, and they don't get the advantage of the face-off inside the zone. Scramble for it on the blue line as Westlock Jay Williams tries to set up Shevsky at center ice. Didn't quite get to him. Here's another pass to Shevsky, over for Williams, and offside on the play. Papa Smurf doesn't let too much go, does he?
No, he was right on the line there, and Van der Ligem, I think, was just over, just lifted his back skate and put him offside. So it would have been a good play. I think Jay would have had a good shot on net there.
Yeah, he would have been in home free. See, Westlock's playing with 2 lines plus an extra and 4 defensemen, so St. Albert has got the advantage of the 1 extra line, although it hasn't seemed to make any difference. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it's better to have more ice time, but not always. Shevsky had the puck knocked off his stick. St. Albert flipping it out to center ice, and Grant James going back for it. Wraps it off the boards. Shevsky tipping it into St. Albert territory. He's all by himself. 1-on-1, comes back on the other side. Back for Williams. Just went off his skate. Gets it back, winds up with a shot, and that deflects over top the net and into the corner. St. Albert trying to get something organized here. Good pass up the middle. And across the line, a quick shot, but Curtis didn't have any trouble with that one. Off the stick of Adrian Morissette for St. Albert. He didn't really get all the wood on that one. Westlock now controlling it. Behind the net is flipped up to Williams on the right wing, and he couldn't control it. St. Albert shot wide of the net. They didn't have to tell you that. You saw that. Stoppage in play and penalty being assessed to Westlock.
To Westlock. Grant James for holding. So that'll put Westlock a man short.
Well, that hasn't seemed to have much effect, whether they were short, had a power play, or playing even strength. They seem to still have had the advantage of the play.
Yes, they've been playing their shorthanded quite well.
Matter of fact, they've had a couple of scoring opportunities shorthanded. We could be wrong. They might have even had 1 shorthanded goal, but the score is 6-0. Westlock Falcons leading the St. Albert Merchants. Here's a chance for the Falcons. Over on the left side, a leading pass for Hennessy. Dumps it back out in front. Quick shot. And Hodgson just rolled that one wide. Jamie Williams now shooting it around behind the net. Hodgson going in the corner for it. Gets it back on the point to Smith Gander. He holds it in with a shot that was wide. Comes back on the point to Jamie Williams. He's trying to hold the line, but St. Albert finally clearing it out. Whoa. There was a crash in the middle. I might have missed that one on camera. Down in the corner, they fight for it. And they finally get a stoppage in play. And a couple of pretty stiff body checks given out there. One sandwich play right at center ice. I think we missed off camera because the puck was quite a bit ahead. But I don't know whether they were lining them up or if it was just a miscue on all three parts.
I think it was a miscue in all three parts, and actually there could have been a penalty assessed there. The puck wasn't anywhere near.
No, the puck was inside the blue line. This happened right at center ice. But two Westlock players sandwiched a St. Albert player in the middle. Good thing nobody was hurt either, because I don't think any of them saw each other coming. St. Albert holding it in on the line. Vanasager gets it out, and Curtis will cover up for another face-off. And when you're a man short, that's probably a pretty good idea, especially when the puck is around the front area of your creases, is to smother it and hold it for a face-off versus trying to feed your defenseman to get him to shoot it down the ice, because that's when miscues happen.
That's for sure, and that's when you want to teach a young goalie, especially, you know, smother that puck right away or get it into the corner. For sure, don't try to play it or even let one of your own players try to play it, because that could miscue and it's in the net.
Okay, the puck cleared up on the left side. Comes loose, and Larson starts out for Westlock. Good pass over on the other side. Oh, Larson couldn't get that one. Well, that was Justin Stewart. I kind of lost track of who was who there for a minute. St. Albert coming back, a 1-on-2, a long wrist shot. Oh, and that one got underneath the glove of Billy Curtis, but it was wide of the net. But the rebound almost turned out to be dangerous. Larson over to Stewart, and couldn't quite corral that pass. St. Albert clearing it back in across the line. Westlock dumping it back out to center. There's a good move by Larson into Stewart. Stewart going in all alone, shoots, he scores! Justin Stewart. Good shot right on the ice, and it's 7-0 Westlock with 2:44 to play here in the second period. Actually, the key to that play was the way it was set up by Larson. He had both St. Albert defenders coming after him, and all he did was just shovel the puck out underneath the stick of one of the St. Albert defenders and put Stewart in all alone.
Yeah, he just laid the puck up, and Stewart was able to pick it up. He was going at a pretty good clip, and St. Albert couldn't catch him at all, and executed the play well, kept it on the ice, and just hit the corner.
That goes to show you don't have to shoot it higher and hard to make it go in the net. Puck is almost dangerously cleared there by Westlock, but they finally get it out to center. It'll be a delayed offside here, as two St. Albert players were caught inside the line. That's one thing I wish a lot of the young players would quit doing. You know, get them out on a pond somewhere where there's no boards and see, you know, how you got to pass the puck from player to player. This wrapping it off the boards all the time tends to get a little monotonous.
Yes, it does in a way, and it depends on how the coach coaches the teams too. Like some coaches, if you got some wingers that'll rush in and get the puck, then you can start shooting the puck in as long as you have wingers that'll go in and pick it up.
Well, a chance for St. Albert there. I was going to say it also, if you're a winger, as you know, Wayne, is probably the toughest pass in hockey to catch from your up the same boards, you know, not across the ice.
Yes, especially if you're in a strange rink and you really don't know the boards, and all the boards are different in every rink you go to, and it's pretty difficult to pick up a pass like that.
Or especially if you're playing with a defenseman that doesn't like you, and he's heard of the suicide pass. That's where you're looking back waiting for the pass, and he sees the defender going after you, and then he feeds you the puck to make it legal for the defenseman of the opposite team to let you have it with your back turned or with your head turned. All right, play's back underway. Niels Hansen for St. Albert. And that was just a case of Billy Curtis had it, but it hit his pad, his chest pad that is, and dropped down. He thought he still had it, and Niels Hansen, number 12 for St. Albert, was there to corral it and shovel it in the net. Probably one of the tougher goals he'll score in his hockey career. That was just a matter of being in the right place at the right time. So St. Albert has broken the goose egg with 2 minutes to play here in the second period. That goal coming at the 18-minute mark exactly. 7-1 for Westlock over St. Albert. The Westlock Falcons and the St. Albert Merchants during this Lions hockey tournament. Quick shot, there's a rebound, and poking it just wide. Valdemar, and he had the right idea. He knew he had to dive at it to have any chance of getting to it. There's another shot from the point, this time from Dayu, but Gray had his pad on that one. So Westlock again getting a couple of scoring opportunities. Maybe got a little angry because they had that goose egg broken on them. Puck in Westlock territory. Kind of scrambly play. Nobody's really got possession of it. Finally, St. Albert's number 9, Bansagrad, come up with it. Westlock's coming back with Shevsky. Shevsky in across the line. Drops it back to Williams. A shot. Oh, good skate save by Gray. I don't know if he tried to make that look fancy or if he just kind of reacted that late. But Jay Williams had a good shot there. He was going for the far corner. St. Albert now coming back. Good check. Handed out right on the closing red line. Shot kicked out by Curtis. Good pass up the right side to Jay Williams. Jay Williams taking a long shot, a bouncer. It goes into the corner and then is shot by St. Albert out to center ice. We've got two Westlock guys waiting for their teammates to get onside, and the two St. Albert guys ran into each other. Long shot, and that will be icing. I guess in that case, Dayu just wanted a change.
Needed a change, yeah, so he just shot it down. They tried to change on the goal, but the forward line was able to change, and the defense, they've been out for quite a while.
So we have a 7-1 hockey game, 20 seconds left here in the second period. And the face-off to the left of Bill Curtis. Because he likes to be called Bill now, is it?
Well,
to be
I think he's still Billy. And Billy seems to be, all the shots that he's had, there seems to be a lot of rebounds. So
he's definitely in the game because the shots, he's had some tough shots, and he's been right there. He's played his angles well, and he hasn't seemed to panic at all. The only miscue he had there was when he thought he had that puck in his chest, and it actually had dropped down onto the ice, and the St. Albert player, Niels Hansen, scooped it into the net. But those kind of miscues happen. It wasn't really a miscue, it was just unfortunate. Those gloves are fairly big to feel that little puck up against your chest, I guess. So we've now got the end of that 20 seconds that we talked about, and the second period has concluded here in this game from the Westlock Lions annual Christmas hockey tournament, minor hockey tournament. You're watching this on QCTV, Channel 10, your community channel.